Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are still in beautiful Summerland. Listen, we just woke up not too long ago. We had a long night. I'm here with Alex Zoltan from True North, and we're at my dear friend's house right now, who let us stay here, even though we're highly annoying. But listen, last night we're very tired, as you can tell, but we've been traveling, not as much as the Pleb. So last night we ran into the Pleb. How did you enjoy the rally last night?
Yeah, it was great. I've been to a lot recently.
Yeah.
And last night was really cool. I liked that it spilled outside of the venue. Although it was a little too hot for me.
Oh, okay. Well, you've been wearing this coat for 3 days.
That's true. That's true. And there was a bunch of older folks there.
You can't take the coat
It was
off.
really no. I mean, this is all I have. So whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was really hot for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but notice that there were a lot of older folks there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I can't even imagine how hot they are.
I guess so. They're probably used to it. But it's funny you bring up the older folks, because people say the boomers are voting for Carney and the boomers will lead to the demise of Canada. That's not true. There's lots of boomers.
Yeah, there's definitely
that don't want
Penticton for sure.
That don't want the liberals.
Yeah, the demographic in Penticton definitely skewed towards the boomer side.
The boomer side, but
beyond the boomers.
But this town is awake, I feel. Kelowna, Penticton, there's a lot of freedom fighters.
And a lot of older folks too, sure.
But who are really clued in, like your friend Gladys we met, like your friend Jim, a lot of
95 years old.
95 years old, and I hope we can connect with him later, but he's very with it and sharp. So these are people that want to see a change in the country.
Yeah, he says it's the most important election of his lifetime.
Wow.
95 years.
It is. I mean, and it's bringing out people in droves yet again. It's amazing.
Mind you, I think Jim has been 95 for the last 7 years. I think he's lying about his age. He's pretending to be younger than he is.
I've been 35 for 15 years.
Right.
So I just tell people I'm 35 all the time.
That's right. I'm still 27.
So tell me about, what was exciting? The Pleb, running into the Pleb. That was fun. He was like the rock star of the event. Can you believe how popular he is?
Nobody recognized him in Kelowna though. I don't know if he is that popular.
I think he is very popular. Everybody's like, I watch you, man.
Nice guy, great guy. Yeah. Super fun.
And there's a bit of backstory as to how he got there. The Rolls Royce?
Yeah, apparently he got picked up in a Rolls Royce in Kelowna, and
he's been very transparent about the fact that somebody has offered to pay for him to fly around to cover these rallies.
Yeah.
And
he bought us drinks last night. That was pretty cool.
And it was
appreciate that.
Oh, it was great. And there was a small group of us.
Shout out to the Pleb.
Shout out to the Pleb. That was really cool. He was
cool.
pretty rad. He changed his plans and hung out with us. And he's just a real down-home dude. And I knew he had a blue-collar job, but I wasn't sure what it was before. I have a blue-collar job right now because I got fired from Global. But he was a garbage man, right? Which I admire.
Yeah, well.
Did that come out okay? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I might want to cut some
of this out, but I don't have time to edit this. But he was gracious and fun and nice and real. Right?
Yeah.
And anything else?
No, that seems like a pretty good summary. Yeah. The rally, a lot of it was about crime, which I actually thought was appropriate and contextually relevant, because
he is the crime reporter for True
That's
North,
true.
right?
That's true. Yeah. And there's a lot of crime in the Okanagan. There's an exceptional amount of crime here. It's I grew up in the Lower Mainland, and I have had my car broken into more times here.
But you know what?
There, so.
You're right. There is a lot of crime here. My friend's parents live up here, and she works in a Princess Auto or something like that, and just robbery after robbery. You know what I mean? It's just they can't keep. They almost give up. They get robbed.
Oh yeah, I don't even call the police when my car gets broken into. What's the point?
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Write a report.
Write a report. You'll be like, hey, I write reports.
Yeah, exactly. That's my job.
What am I calling you for? Taking the notes. Where's my car?
That's right. They write a report, and then I write a report about the report.
No, we won't talk for too much longer. You write a report about the report. That's true. Now, before we started rolling, we were talking a little bit. Maybe we'll put our 2 cents. I don't even know if we should take up space with this. Nah, I was going to bring up Rachel Gilmore.
No, I don't want to talk about her.
I don't want to talk about her either. We had an interesting conversation, but then now we're over
No,
it.
she's just, I mean, whatever. I just know. She takes up too much bandwidth as it is.
She takes up a lot of bandwidth, and she's. I think she actually believes that these things, these leftist, extreme leftist things. I think she believes it, like how some people really believe the narratives. They believe it. And so once you believe it, you double down on that and triple down on that, and you can't see the forest for the trees. So we kind of feel sorry for her as I feel like she's a misguided individual.
Misguided.
if you're this misguided and this intellectually,
That's such a nice way of saying it.
if you can't see both sides, you are not meant to be a reporter.
Yeah, she doesn't think she's misguided, though.
That's right. Yeah.
Thinks you're misguided.
If there's anyone that sees both sides, I would say it is Alex. He's a very fair and balanced person.
Yeah,
as I've gotten to know him. And it's been nice as we've been running around covering events that we can support each other. Like, I appreciate the moral support, and our friends come with us.
And even just learning from each other.
Learning from each other, and the space of new media is broadening, and we're becoming friends.
Definitely. We even made friends with Couteur.
We made friends with Mike.
Well, we should talk about the article he wrote.
I'm going to talk about an article. When I repost that Pleb video, I'm going to repost. I am going to talk about that.
You are? Okay.
But tell people what your thoughts on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, it is relevant as well to crime.
So set it up for people. Okay. Michael Couture, we ran into him at the rally in Surrey, and Alex, you told me look up his report.
Yeah.
And I looked up the report he wrote. Tell them.
Sure. So Michael Couture is one of the co-hosts in the Vassie Capella show. He's a regular on there.
Yeah.
He's like a well-known CTV reporter.
Oh, yeah.
I had never really
I
didn't know who he was
Global.
until you pointed it out. But I guess he's like a kind of a big deal or whatever. So we went to the Surrey rally.
Yeah.
And
I know anything. Okay.
We hung out with them and everything for a minute, and it was cool. And then when I went home, I was like, oh, what? How do you spell that guy's name again? I'm curious if you wrote anything about the event. Well, he had, and the picture is, the headline is, what was it? MAGA hats, knives, and e-cigarettes confiscated from Surrey Polyev rally. Yeah. And it's this picture of a table with like a MAGA hat sitting next to like a water thermos and 2 Swiss Army knives. It's just the strangest story.
Yes.
And
rather than showing the sea of people, showing people waving flags, the community spirit, how happy everyone was to be there, he chose to show MAGA hats.
MAGA hats and a water thermos. And 2 Swiss Army knives. It was almost artistic in like its level of
setup.
Yeah.
They tried to set it up like a drug bust or like a weapons bust, right?
A weapons
and there was
bust.
E-cigarettes. Oh, we found e-cigarettes and
like Swiss Army knives that you would have if you were trying to fix your glasses.
And that's how he represented the rally, the Pierre.
There was some kind of knife fight.
Like in the
between the gangs, the Polyev gangs.
It's like the Crips and the Bloods, but it's like the Swiss Army knives and the vapes.
The Surrey conservative gangs.
I know. Well, anyway, look, we've gone 9 minutes.
the conservatives and the PPC bros.
The PPC bros. Anyway, we could go on and on. But hey, thank you for watching this video today. This was just our post-mortem on last night. And shout out to the Pleb for the beer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.